Previously on Oscorp, this facility is mine! Suddenly, two more Normans step out of the darkness. Again, they look similar, but not exactly the same. No, this facility is mine! No, this facility is mine! Savage suddenly steps up. No! This facility is mine! We must destroy the human race! Oscorp! We must destroy the world! Destroy the creatures, destroy the trees, destroy the land and destroy the seas! Oscorp! We must destroy the world! You fucking bastard, Norman! I own this establishment, not you! Just get lost, Savage. Ooh, trouble in paradise? Shut the fuck up, David! Now, would you kindly exit the establishment, audience, please? The audience all exit the establishment. But once the audience are all out of the establishment, Norman is still just stood there on the stage, along with the other two Normans, and Silas and Harry come out of hiding as well. Who the bloody fuck are you? I'm a serial killer. I revived them. Why? And how did you revive them? I have no idea about any existence of any revival machine. Savage's henchman helps the audience depart the premises. David, can you please exit the establishment as well? I didn't want you to see this, and you're getting on my nerves as well, so you're fired, basically. Oh, I'm fired, am I? You're turning into Alan Sugar now, aren't you? Norman didn't like Alan Sugar, and you don't either. Well, for somebody who doesn't like Alan Sugar, you're certainly acting like him. Shut up, David! And get those fucking showbears out of here as well. Savage's henchman shows the showbears off the premises the same time as David. Get off of me! I'm a celebrity, I am. I'm on TV. You're not. David wipes the dirt off of his jacket with his hands. The showbears are loving it, obviously getting some sexual thrill out of it. Ooh, I like that, Savage's henchman. Manhandle me more. Oh, shut up, you bloody puffs. Savage's henchman returns to Savage. Oh, there you are at last. God, how long does it take to remove somebody from the premises? You need to be more efficient. Oh, shut up, boss. Don't tell me to shut up, otherwise I will kill you. Because you can't be fired. What's in my employ, always in my employ. Now I'm going back to the office. Don't let Norman or any of these other rejects follow me. And I suppose you friggin' revived Harry as well, didn't you? Yes, of course I did. Yes, well, I'll go back to the office. Savage returns to his office with his henchman. Norman, Harry and Silas proceeds to Dr. Connor's lab. The amazing Spider-Man Dr. Connors sees them coming down the hall, and he suggests something. For God's sake, just grab something to barricade the door. Gwen, you help too. Oh, okay, Dr. Connor, stop moaning. It's only Norman, isn't it? Wait a minute, Norman, he's dead! Yeah, that's what I mean, this is inhuman. Get that freaking chair over there and barricade the door. Well, not just the one chair, all of them. They push loads of wheelie computer chairs against the door, but it's not enough, because both Harry and Norman, along with Silas and the other two Normans, all push with all of their might against the door, and they push the door and the barricade aside and enter the laboratory. Back in Savage's office, he polishes his crown. Crown, eh? Crown! Crown! Oh, you haven't done anything useful in the past few days, henchman. This is the first success you've had in ages. You actually managed to obtain the crown again. Oh man, this isn't the real crown this time, boss. This is just a replica. It's only temporary. What the fuck? It looks just like it, though. Yeah, replicas generally do. Oh, just fuck off! Get out of my sight! Savage's henchman exits the room, and he proceeds to Ainsley's kitchen to see how he's getting on, because he's just getting fed up with Savage. When he arrives at Ainsley's kitchen, Ainsley is cooking up full English breakfast. A fry-up, basically. Oh, Ainsley, nice. What are you frying up here, then? Just the usual full English. Sausages, bacon, eggs, tomatoes. I know it's not breakfast, but I could eat a fry-up any time of the day. Oh, well, any normal day it was, but I generally just like them in the morning for breakfast. Back in Savage's office, he phones up somebody, one of his contacts. We know not who this is. Yes! Alright, get that fucking Geordie Joe over here immediately. Yes! Yes! Yes, I don't want the fucking Rotherham person here as well. Yes! Get them here! No, no buts! No buts! What? I want my kitchen renovated. What? It's going to take more than 24 hours. Well, obviously it would. I thought it would actually take more than 48 hours. But this is just completely unacceptable. No, no. I want the Geordie duo for entertainment purposes, and I want these fucking Rotherham people for handyman. Yes, the handyman I want for the kitchen renovation. Yes, I know they've been disastrous in the past, but I'm offering them another chance because they're out of work recently. Yes, if they end up collapsing the shelves and getting on Ainsley's nerves, then I will fire them, but I'm willing to give them another chance. What? You want me to hire the people who always get on their nerves? The people who say no slacking? No, I'll hire all four of them. I know they don't get along, but they're going to work together whether they like it or not, or die trying. Savage slams the phone down on the hook. Back in the lab, another new face steps into the lab. It is the cartoon version of Harry. Oh, for fuck's sake, this is getting even more weirder now. Is anybody going to offer me an explanation? Well, who's this good-looking bugger then? Not as good as me, of course, but you can see the similarities. Oh, shut up, I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you. Now, children, settle down. Oh, shut up, Dad. Give us a fucking explanation. Oh, can maybe, I don't know, could we, get it together sometime? I would love to, Gran, but I wouldn't like going behind Peter's back like that with his ex. But I thought you didn't even like Peter anymore. Times have changed since I've got revived. Who revived you? I didn't even think reviving was possible. Yeah, this bloke here, Silas Bliss, I don't know whether he invented the revival machine or just found it, but I just found it, actually. God knows who created it in the first place if Norman or Savage didn't. Possibly there's a higher power in Oscorp that none of us know about. Oh, and I suppose we just have to take your word for that, then. That you don't know anything about these revival machines, even though you're the one who discovered them. What do you mean, then? There's only one, isn't there? Just because you've only discovered one doesn't mean there is only one. Yes, very perceptive of you there, Gwen. Well, they didn't realise it, Dr. Connors. You probably did. If in your head, but you just didn't say it out loud. Oh, just be quiet, all of you, especially you, Gwen. Oh, fine. This guy, Silas Blissett, may look like a harmless old granddad, but he's not really. He's actually a serial killer. What? No! No, please, no. Always wanted to hurt you, you tart. You don't even know me. I mean, I've always wanted to hurt you since you said, oh, let's get it together a few minutes ago. You slag. No, please, Dr. Connors, do something. May I intervene? Well, what about me? I want to intervene too. The point is, I don't care if he's a serial killer. All I know is, he must have a bit of good in him if he brought me and my dad back to life. So, we were free to help him. And you lot will help him, whether you like it or not. You will cease all of the experiments that Savage is making you do, like this whole lizard business. And you will start mass-producing revival machines. What if we don't want to? Like I said, you have no other choice in the matter, isn't that right, Dad? Yes, Harry. Meanwhile, Malify Qued and Alan Sugar are on a private jet on their way to the Oscorp premises. How far are we from the Oscorp premises now, Quinn? Oh, it'll only be a couple of hours, my lord. Good. Can't wait to see the reaction on Savage's face when I arrive. Savage will be much easier to win over than Osborn. I must admit, Osborn did scare me sometimes. That's when he turned into the Green Goblin and all that. That's why I went back to the UK. But Savage doesn't scare me at all. He doesn't have no, like, superpowers or anything. He won't be able to beat me and my business entrepreneurial mind. No, my lord, he won't be able to. But haven't you asked how I survived all this time? What do you mean? And how I got here? Well, I just assumed you had a spaceship of some sort. Well, what do you mean, how did you survive all this time? You look really young. No. I've been cryogenically frozen for more than 10,000 years. And I lived in a galaxy far, far away from here. Oh my god. So, you're saying this ship of yours has many cryogenically frozen people in it? Yes. At some point, I'm going to rescue them, my lord, with your permission, of course. Yes, of course. Including my old masters, Skullweaver, Mias, and Dark Barris. They didn't get on with each other, all three of them. But they will learn to when I unfreeze them, because I will force them to serve you, because you are a higher power than all three of them put together. You don't use any threatening motives or the force to get what you want. You get what you want by other means. Money and power. And I like that. Sod the Sith Empire. Those days are over. They're ancient ideals. I'm with you to the end. You are my general. And if my talents may be of help, I hope you will utilize them, my lord. Yes, of course I will, Quinn. That's why I hired you in the first place. Right. Let me get back to watching The Apprentice on iPlayer a minute. Yes, of course, my lord. Oh, one more thing, my lord, before I go. Yes, what is it, Quinn? Do you want to know where this ship's located? Oh, you know the location of it then, do you? Yes, of course I do. I arrived on it, my lord. Don't snap at me, Quinn. Remember, I am your master. You wouldn't snap at any of your other masters, would you? Because you know you would get a hiding from them. You feared them because of the power they possessed. The power of the Force. Just like the sort of things you were just going on about just now. I'm no pushover though, Quinn, and don't you forget it. Just because I don't have the Force, You don't have the force either, but you're no pushover. Ugh. Yeah, yes, of course, my lord, yes. Quinn walks away, muttering something to himself. Bigoted idiot. Soon he will face the wrath of Darth Myers. Back at the Oscorp premises, Savage's henchman has invited Ant and Dec, the two no-slacking brothers, and the two Chuckle brothers, into Savage's office, where they are in the middle of a heated argument. "Oh, Dec, piss off! I'm the better I'm celebrity host than you. In fact, I'm a better host at everything we've ever been in. Red or Black, bloody Biker Grove." Oh, fuck you. And, oh, piss off, Dec. Paul, it's your fault that we couldn't bloody see that Rotherham football match. It's your fault about everything that's ever happened. Oh, fuck off, Barry. What are those fucking bigoted twats doing here as well? And there's no cup of tea or biscuits there. I'll stop thinking about fucking food or drink all the time, Paul. Oi, you two! No slacking! Oi, you two! No fucking! You bum buddies! That is enough! Yeah, I didn't hire you to argue. I hired you to obey me. Otherwise your lives will be friends, just like Ainsley's. What, you got Ainsley Harriet here as a cook, have you? Yes, I have. That's the fucking kitchen that I want these two useless fucking brothers to work on. With the help of these two no-slacking brothers as well. Don't call us no-slacking brothers just because we say, and no slacking. Why, what's your real names? Oh, I'm not telling you my real names. Well, we're not telling you our real names. All I'm saying is we work for Dan Levan just like these two do. Oh, fuck Dan Levan, I own him. And, henchman? Yes, sir. What is your opinion on this whole matter and affair? Well, I seriously don't know why you're trusting these fucking rejects with a job like renovating Ainsley's kitchen. Because if they don't, if they fail with this minor chance, then I will give you permission to shoot them. Every single one of them. Yes, sir. With great pleasure. And the same with you two, Ant and Dec. If you don't suffice the right entertainment in Oscorp, I mean, meaning if you're not better than David Williams and the Show Bears, then you will both be shot too. Oh my god! This is worse than I thought, Dec. I know, Ant. Oh my god. What do you want us to do? You will host your own version of Red or Black. And henchman, you are going to locate Norman Osborn immediately. Because I am to go head-to-head with him in a game of Duel from Red or Black. In a competition for Oscorp funding. Yes, sir. Back at Oscorp Laboratory, discussions on the revival machine continue. Right, we will show you to the revival machine. There is a shed right next to it with a lock on it. Norman here has the key. He will unlock it. There's blueprints inside it for the machine so you can mass produce them. Then we will all have a joint effort moving the machine into the shed where you can work on mass producing the circuitry in private, away from prying eyes, until we are ready for a total retakeover of Oscorp. Me and Father, of course, will be in joint ownership of it this time. Probably when you produce another 2 of these machines, we would have achieved our total Oscorp takeover. So then you will be running out of room at that point. So then you can move all 3 machines into the main Oscorp premises where you can produce hundreds more of them. That will take bloody ages, basically. I don't care how long it takes. We will be reviving every Oscorp employee who dies. Oscorp will be eternal. Oscorp will be forever. Oscorp will live on. Meanwhile, in a secret office in London, a new premises is being made. It is the new premises of International Electromatics, a company that was destroyed years ago, but now it is reformed again. Inside, the owner of the complex, Tobias Vaughan, sits on his desk. He presses a button on the desk to reveal a screen. His henchman's face comes up on the screen. Packer is his name.
Packer! Yes, Mr. Vaughan?
Has mass production of these revival machines been put into effect?
Yes, sir.
And is anyone scouting ahead in America to find out what happened to the ones that we sent to Oscorp? Yes, sir, that's being arranged now, sir. I mean, it's been too long. We need to sort this out immediately. Not we, Packer, you! You have to sort this out.
Yes, sir.
Deal with it, Packer. Don't communicate with me again until it is done. Otherwise there will be hell to pay.
Yes, sir.
Packer out. Obviously, what has happened, somebody has revived Tobias Vaughan and Packer because they were both killed in the 1960s. And somebody is ordering them to produce these revival machines. But who remains a mystery for the moment. Meanwhile, back in the Oscorp premises, all of the people who was inside the laboratory have moved down into the forest in search of their revival machine. And then Savage's henchman shows Ant and Deck, the two No-Slacking brothers and the two Chuckle brothers, to Ainsley's kitchen. And then the henchman introduces them all to Ainsley. Gentlemen, this is Ainsley Harriott. This is the man whose kitchen you will be renovating. Oh, I don't know why you dragged us along to this. We're just entertainment. We're nothing to do with renovating the kitchen. Oh, go back and see Savage then. I just thought you would be interested in seeing what the food's like here. I mean, even the entertainers have to eat something. Well, where are all the other entertainers? God, that's a good point, actually. Nobody knows what happened to Sickers and Ronnie after the show finished. Because Norman just came on stage and just all hell broke loose. Oh, where the fuck has Norman gone anyway? I hope he hasn't gone to interrupt Connors in the lab. What do you mean, Norman? Isn't that the old owner of Oscorp? I thought he was dead. What the bloody hell's happening there? It's none of your business. You either obey or die. Oh, come on, you're not threatening their lives as well. Well, they're obviously not going to work for us if we don't. Just like you, Ainsley. Oh, alright. Well, they better get started then. Start by bringing down those shelves. But be careful, I've heard of your reputation and all you usually call is trouble. Don't go unscrewing the wrong screws or something, or bloody doing it the wrong way round and banging your heads on it. Ooh, what do you take us for? He takes us for idiots, Paul. I don't know why, because you're the only idiot, not me. I'm only an idiot because I've listened to you for all of these years. Oh, shut up, Barry. Shut up. What, you two? No slacking. Oh, bloody no slacking you upside the hero in a minute, won't we, Barry? Yeah, Paul, whatever you say. Meanwhile, in the backstage area of the entertainment place in the Oscorp premises, Ronnie and Sickus are chatting. Oh, you bitch-ass nigger! I am not a nigger! I am a white man! Can you not see that? Ah, you bitch-ass white man then! What the hell's going on about there, motherfucker? Ah, it seems to have quietened down now. God knows what was going on before. All I know is that that bloody Norman Osborn guy who owned the premises before Savage just appeared on the scene. I don't know why, because he's supposed to be dead. Oh, what the fucking hell's going on here then? Some motherfucking conspiracy? If it's something to do with fucking SOPA or the Illuminati, I'll be fucking mad, Freemason, black motherfucker, midget. Ah, don't say midgets, because that's racist towards me. Oh, shut your cheap ass, you motherfucking white man. I'm from Houston, Texas, I know better than you. And I know better than you, because I'm older and wiser than you. Sounds like I come from England, and everybody knows that English people are more knowledgeable, and British people are more knowledgeable than Americans. Plus, we're a lot fitter and thinner. You calling me fat, white man? Oh, just go fuck yourself. No, I think we should go now. Let's go along to that laboratory and see what's going on there. Oh, okay, if we must. Later on, they arrive at the laboratory, but discover that nobody is there. Where the fuck is everyone? You would think at least one person would be here, guarding this laboratory. And look, this door is being blown clean open. It hasn't even been locked probably. Well, nobody can lock it, 'cause, like I said, it's been blown clean open. Oh, just shut up and stop repeating yourself all the time. You repeat yourself more than me. Oh, shut up, you overgrown fat man. Oh, shut up, you fucking midget. White bastard. Oh, for God's sake, let's just go to the forest. They probably got out of here to get some fresh air because this bloody place is full of pollution. I thought it was so full of pollution that even the outside was polluted. Or maybe the outside's worse than the inside. Well, obviously not, because, like, the air's slightly more cleaner outside, I would say. And plus, if anybody was in the building, we would have passed them by now. In the corridors or something. So they must all be outside. Oh, come on then, let's just go, you black motherfucker. I'm a white motherfucker, not a black motherfucker. Get used to it. Sorry, I'm just so used to saying it because I always hang around with black people. I hardly ever hang around with white people. Ronnie and Sigus embark on their journey into the depths of the forest. They are only about 10 minutes away from the others who are searching for the revival machine. Anna and Decker return to Savage's office. Well, have you told Norman about this whole thing? We can't find him, Savage. I mean, he just went... I don't know what happened, right? Because after we left the kitchens, we went to the bloody laboratory. Nobody was in there. And then we just came back here to report that we haven't found anyone, including Norman. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm getting tired of waiting. You must all be outside or something. Ah, shit. I shouldn't have been so off guard. They're obviously trying to escape. I shouldn't have let them. I wasn't expecting them to escape. I was expecting them to try and hurt me or kill me or something. Right. Us three will make up a search party because that fucking useless henchman hasn't returned yet. Let's go and find them. Savage and Anantech journey into the forest, closely behind Sigus and Ronnie. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, the Chuckle Brothers and No Slacking Brothers are up to their usual antics. They do exactly what Ainsley told them not to do. They unscrew the screws in the wrong order and just bang all of their heads on the shelves. Ow! The bloody airport! Oh, God, Barry, that's your fault! Oh, for fuck's sake! No slacking! No slacking! No slacking! Shit. Bloody accent. Turned to down and text for a minute. Because you hurt me so much. Can't allow that to happen again. Don't want to sound like those dirty twats. Ainsley is just getting so infuriated. You lot, you're doing exactly what I told you not to do. Do you ever listen to anyone? Oh, God, I definitely wouldn't trust you to put up, to make some meals if you can't even take down some shelves properly. DIY handyman, my ass. Handy Andy from bloody changing rooms could do a better job than you could. Because he's a professional. God, why didn't Savage hire him? Threaten his life. Because he knew that Handy Andy would do a perfect job, so there would be no chance of him killing him. Instead he hires useless people because he takes great joy in killing useless people, because there's more chance that they will fail and there's more chance that he will get to kill them then. Ainsley, no slacking with making that food as well. You can't order me around in my own kitchen. I'll take as much time as I want, thank you. And I'm not slacking. I'm only slowed down a bit because you're bloody interrupting me, you lot. And at least I'm making the food faster than you're taking down those bloody shelves and all the other stuff. Of course, you'll probably find putting up the new shelves even harder than taking down the old shelves. Oh, shut up. You shut up, Paul. Savage's henchman has seen all of these events unfolding in front of his eyes, and he just can't believe it. He's just getting really pissed off. Right, that's it. All you four, out of these premises now! Ooh, what are you going to do if we don't? Then I'll fucking shoot you with this gun. Savage's henchman removes his gun from his pocket. He gestures it at them. Go on, move! Move out of those doors! They all comply and go out of the doors. I don't care whether Savage wants you to stay here or not. I'm taking things into my own hands now because Savage has been pissing me off today. Well, not just today, in all days in general. And once I tell him what you've been up to anyway, I'm sure he would have decided to throw you out. I can't be bothered to go back to the office and see him now to confirm whether I can throw you off the premises or not. So move, outside! A few minutes later, all 5 of the party are outside the Oscorp premises. The henchman pushes all 4 of them into a massive heap on the floor. And never come back! You're making Oscorp look like a joke. And if Savage can't see that, then maybe we need a better leader. Oh, we don't want to work in your fucking company in the first place, to be honest. It's just we've had nothing better going, and we need to pay the rent. Paul, just shut up. Our lives are threatened here. He might shoot us at any second. Just because you're so thick, I'm just going to spare your lives. If you were just a teensy bit more intelligent, I would kill you without a moment's hesitation. The 2 No Snacking brothers and the 2 Chuckle brothers leave the Oscorp premises, and Savage's henchman re-enters the Oscorp premises. He goes to Savage's office to report what has been happening, but finds that Savage is not there. Boss? Boss, where have you gone? Oh, for God's sake, don't tell me he's gone into the forest. Boss, come back! The henchman goes running down the corridor and outside in the Oscorp premises and into the depths of the forest. A few hours later, Alan Sugar's plane is nearing the Oscorp premises, and Quinn goes up to him to inform him of something. My lord, I wanted to tell you the location of the spacecraft earlier, but you cut me off before I could tell you. Oh yes, go on then, Quinn, tell me the location of it. Well, as a matter of fact, my lord, it's actually in the forest outside Oscorp. What? Couldn't you have concealed it more than that? Oh yes, it's perfectly concealed, and nobody could possibly find it apart from me. Why must you make it next to such a massive facility? Especially one that I want to rule over fully in the future. A number of reasons, my lord, which I haven't got time to go into. But I suggest we land the plane in the forest rather than directly outside the Oscorp premises as planned before, so we can revive the cryogenically frozen people before we enter the Oscorp premises. Oh yes, very well, Quinn, we'll do that. Alright, land the plane, pilot. Yes, sir. About 10 minutes later, Alan Sugar's plane lands in the forest. Quinn presses a switch that he takes out of his pocket, and the spacecraft was in invisible form, and by pressing the button, Quinn makes it appear into existence for everyone to see. Quinn presses the button again, and a hatch lowers down so that Sugar and Quinn can enter the spacecraft. Once inside the spacecraft, they find a carbon freezing chamber that has 3 people frozen inside it. They are Darth Barris, Darth Myers, and Darth Skullweaver. Quinn presses some buttons on all 3 carbon freeze chambers, and they all begin the unfreezing process. Once all of them have been freed, they are all in a state of hibernation sickness, and they are all slightly blinded, so they can't see each other properly. Quinn informs them that they have hibernation sickness. Ah, my lords, it's been a long time, but I knew I would see you again at some point, and the time has come. You're all suffering first from slight hibernation sickness. And don't be mad. I know you all hate each other, but all of the people that are in the room are Darth Barris, Darth Miles, and Darth Skullweaver. What the hell? Quinn, you put me in a room with my old apprentices, ones that I betrayed. Do you want me to be killed or not? Well, my lord, you claim to be more powerful than them. Quinn, you know that they killed me before. Can't risk it. My allegiance is more towards Darth Miles and Darth Skullweaver than it is you nowadays, Lord Barris. But I place more allegiance in Alan Sugar than any of you nowadays. Who the hell's Alan Sugar? This bloke here that's also stood in the room. He is a massive entrepreneur on this planet Earth. He's a powerful businessman. He will come in very useful. Well, actually, you three will come in very useful to him. You will serve him now, and it's not up for discussion. I decide whether it's up for discussion or not, Quinn. And he will obey me, I won't obey him. In that case, my lord, I will have to get somebody to kill you. Oh, Quinn, if I could get my hands on you. Now, I would break every bone in your body. But it seems I'll have to save that pleasure for another day. Ah, Quinn, it's been a long time. You're not going to betray me again, are you? Well, I sort of am, my lord, because I serve Lord Sugar now, and you have to serve him or die. Quinn, I warned you last time that you betrayed me, that this would be your last chance. Otherwise, the next time you die. Now, I bet you last time, what makes you think I won't beat you again? Because this time I have more people on my side, not just droids, but Alan Sugar and his henchmen. Huh. They didn't even have the Force today. They're obviously not going to be more powerful than me. The bloody droids was more powerful than they were. It depends what you term by power. This man has control over loads of resources on the planet. He has control over 10 times more resources than droids do. Oh, just shut up, Quinn. Ah, my brother Skullweaver. The one who's too gutless to do any real action. And he led Jason towards the light, but I brought her back to the dark again. I married her. Not you. You're a failure, brother. And that's why we've never got along. That's not true, brother. I always wanted to get along with you, but you just wouldn't let me. Oh, just shut up, my lords. I speak on behalf of Lord Sugar there. Yes, thank you, Quinn. But I'll just repeat that for their benefit. Shut up! You will obey me now. Nobody is more higher up on the hierarchy than me from now on. Not even the Emperor himself. Huh. The Emperor must be dead by now. I mean, how long have we been frozen, for God's sake? I can't allow you to know that information at this time, my lords, I'm afraid. But I'm afraid you will have to stay in this ship until we need you. We can't let you be revealed to the general public, and especially not the Oscorp employees at this early stage. Quinn exits the room along with Lord Sugar. He presses a button on the side of the door and a ray shield activates, stopping the lords from exiting the room. Oh, you'll pay for this, Quinn. So, you plan to use us for your own deeds? Not my own deeds, my lord, but Lord Sugar's. Oh, that's a load of shit, Quinn. You're really just using Sugar for your own means. I don't reckon you even care about the Empire at all. You're just using that for your own gains as well. Shut up. My allegiance was total to the Emperor. Oh, that's a load of shit, Quinn, because there was one point when you favoured Barris over the Emperor. Ugh. Times have changed, times have changed. I have more sense now. I'm more older and wiser. Me and Lord Sugar are returning to the Oscorp premises now. Oh yes, you don't know about Oscorp yet, do you? But again, It's too early stage for you to know that bit of information at the moment. And you can't know who rules over it either. Oscorp is a very powerful company on this planet. It doesn't rule over all of the planet yet, but it will one day, under Lord Sugar's reign. By rejects. Lord Sugar and Quinn exit the spacecraft. Quinn presses the button to shut the hatch, and he presses the button again to turn the spacecraft invisible again. Right. Now where to, my lord? Well, like you said, Quinn, Oscorp. Well, we're going to walk there. Oh yes, it's not that far. Quinn and Sugar go a different route, and somehow manage to avoid all of the people who are out in the forest as well. They make it to the Oscorp premises without being seen, and enter a secret room in the Oscorp premises. It is behind a bookcase, in the boardroom. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, Savage, Ant and Dex somehow manage to slip past Sickers and Ronnie, and they catch up with Norman and Harry and go. Ah, there you are! Norman, you will come back to the facility immediately! I don't have to listen to you. We are playing a game of Duel to win Oscorp funding. Whoever wins the game of Duel will win the Oscorp funding. Oh, actually, in that case, I'll come then. Harry, you just lead them on towards the revival machine. I'll be back later. What? I wish to see this revival machine. I'll give you a deal, Savage. If you win the Oscorp funding, you can see the revival machine as well. But if I win the Oscorp funding, then you'll never get to see the revival machine in your whole life. Deal! Come on then, Norman. Let's go back and play Duel. Savage, Antodek, and Norman return to the Oscorp premises. They go into Ainsley's kitchen to see what's going on. Ah, Ainsley! What has been going on? Where's the chuckles and the no slackings? Well, that bloody Savage's henchman shut them off the premises because they were causing too much trouble. What? Why? I'm going to fire him, or at least cause him a great deal of pain, for not consulting me before doing such a thing. Yeah, I think he thought you would say something like that. Well, of course he would. He knows me well enough by now. I don't care. Antodek, secure the perimeter. If you don't, then your lives will be in danger as well. Ooh, yes, Savage. Antodek could go on guard duty outside Ainsley's kitchen. Don't let anyone in or out of here. Don't let Ainsley leave. Ainsley, you will continue cooking food. And if you haven't started tea yet, start it soon, because I'm hungry. Yes, Savage. Don't worry, it'll be done in time. Yes, it better. And don't use the chuckles and no slackings interruptions as an excuse for your failures. Look, you've obviously watched Ready Steady Cook, that's why you hired me. You know how fast I am at cooking, Savage. So, I mean, you've got no chance of hurting me or killing me, because I never fail, no matter how many interruptions I get. Oh, just shut up, Ainsley, just shut up, alright? Oh, God, so I'm fed up with you telling people to shut up, Savage. Why don't you shut up yourself? Do you want to be shut? You were really offensive to David. He's the one you said shut up to the most. One more word out of your mouth, Ainsley, and you will be shot 5 times in the heart. No, more than 5 times. I go to my office and to deck. Don't let anyone in or out. That's the second time I'm saying. That's a definitive order. If you allow one person to get past you, then I will shoot you two more than 5 times in the heart instead. Ugh, hiss me off. Savage goes to the boardroom and enters his office, unaware that Quinn and Sugar are inside a room they secret behind the bookcase. Quinn operates some CCTV cameras from within the secret room and sees that Savage has entered his office. My lord, Savage has entered his office. We'll just stay in there for a bit, Quinn, I think. It's too early days to engage him yet. like you said before. We can't allow him to know that we're on the premises yet. The room that they are in is soundproof. Norman actually went with Savage to the kitchens, and he has been observing everything that has been said between Aunt Deck, Savage and Ainsley. Norman remained in the kitchens and didn't follow Savage to his office, but now he is about to go and see what Savage is up to in his office. Right, Ainsley, I've got to nip out and see Savage a minute. Oh no, you can't go anywhere. Savage said he would shoot us. No, I think he forgot that I was here. He meant accept me. Oh, I'm not taking any chances. No, I'm not either. Oh, shut up, you bloody puffs. Get out of the way. Don't call me a puff. I've got a girlfriend. And I used to have a girlfriend, but she dumped me because I was too small. Oh, fuck off. Fine, I'll just wait until Savage comes back. No needs. I'm here now. I was just getting some supplies from my office. Few transactions of money. Savage holds in his hand a suitcase which contains loads of money. He taps the case. This money contains some of the Oscorp funding, enough to get you going if you win the jewel game. But of course, it's enough to get me going if I win it. Why are you just letting me have a chance to get all my stuff back, Savage? Because we just can't let this little feud go on. Only one of us can rule over this company, and neither of us want to kill each other. So there seems no better way to solve this little dispute. And Deck, go and prepare the draw game. I want a screen set up, using a projector if necessary. I know that's a bit amateur, not professional, but this isn't a bloody ITV Studios, it's bloody Oscorp. So, yes, go to the entertainment area and prepare the jewel game. Ooh, but there'll be nobody to guard this place then. Ooh, I don't care. There isn't many people in the building at the moment. But what if somebody breaks in? It's very unlikely at the moment, considering they're all out in the forest. What if it's like another person that isn't even in the forest? Like somebody you don't know? Oh, just obey me! Stop questioning me all the time. Otherwise that'll give me another reason to shoot you. Okay, Savage. Right. Ainsley, I'll just go and see how you're getting on. Norman, you come and look as well. Anne and Zach go to the entertainment section of Oscorp. The theatre, basically. And they start setting up a projector that they got from the backstage area and input the dual board into the system using a laptop that they also found backstage. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, Norman has a question for Savage. Savage, are we going to have an audience this time? No, not after the disaster you and your buddies caused last time. I'd be lucky to get one person in the audience. Plus, it will make me look bad, because I don't even know whether it's legal or illegal to play a game like Jewel from Red or Black for the funding of a company. It's okay to do it for prize money, it's legal to do it that way, but funding, not quite so sure whether that's legal. So I'm not risking it. You're a bloody businessman, surely you know that. Or do you? Not entirely, no, I've never tried it before. Exactly. People often don't know the answers to things that they've never tried before. Very rare that they do. Right, let's go and see how Ant and Deck's getting on. I have to inform them that there won't be any audience as well. They might think that they've got off lightly. They might think that this Red or Black game isn't going to take place for a few hours, when really it's going to take place in half an hour. They might think that it's not going to take place for ages because the audience haven't arrived yet. But they don't know that there isn't any audience yet. Yes, I get the point, Savage. Stop going on all the time. God, you go on more than me and I'm saying something. I've never known anyone to go on more than me. Oh, shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. Oh, you two, stop swearing in my kitchen. I dictate whether swearing is allowed or not at a particular time. And at the moment, it is. in the present circumstances, we're under a lot of pressure to remember the sequence for the Oscorp funding. What are you talking about? You don't even know what it is yet. Yes, but we have to get to the right frame of mind, both of us. You've never had to do that before, Ainsley. You're shit at memory games. God, how do you know that? Just because you only see me on telly doing cooking doesn't mean I'm crap at everything else. Yes, that food smells nice, but your brains are the size of a peanut. They're all soggy and wet, just like that bloody food. Right, I'm leaving. Norman, come on. Norman and Savage proceed to the entertainment section of Oscorp. Once there, they inform Alan that there will be no audience. What? How can you have Red or Black without audience? It's not Red or Black without an audience. Oh, shut up. This is Oscorp. Red or Black is totally different. You can't use the name Red or Black because it's copyright of ITV. Oh, shut the fuck up. This isn't official. Just call this Drew then. Oh no, we copyrighted Drew as well. No, technically Star Wars did. Oh, I don't care about anything else at the moment. I want this Drew board ready in half an hour flat. Not a minute under, not a minute over. Oh yes, Savage. Half an hour later, the Drew game is about to begin. Right, let's begin tonight's game of Drew. Will the contestants please take their positions, please? Yeah, Norman, Savage. Please take your positions for tonight's game of Drew. Right, you all know the rules, don't you? Both of you. Yes, just get on with it, you fucking reject. Oh, okay, Savage, just calm down a bit. This is where the pressure really kicks in. Even though we're getting axed from TV, we've come back for this one-off episode of Red or Black. And it's only just Drew and that's it, nothing else. Just bloody get on with it. This isn't being broadcast on ITV or TV. It's not official. Just bloody... This is probably why it got axed, because you dragged it out so much. And with the bloody adverts as well. God, if I ever made a version of this on TV, I wouldn't have any adverts in it whatsoever. I'd make this bloody program on BBC One. How could she? Because Doctor Who's on at that time. Bloody make it on a different time then, like 1 o'clock in the morning, when it's just repeats of shit anyway. Who's gonna watch it then? It's a primetime show. Oh, shut the fuck up. It only matters if people like me and my friends can watch it, nobody else. Right. This is a venture into the criminal underworld. Begin. Right. Savage, you have to choose the colour first. I don't have to, but I will. And I choose red. Right. Red. That decision is locked in. Now, do you want to go first or second, Savage? I would go first. Right. That's also locked in. Let's play, Drew. Right, as you said, this isn't official, so we're not going to drag it out as much as usual. Right, I'd like to pick a number between 1 and 4, Savage, and we're looking for a red segment. I pick number 1. You're going with 1. Okay, let's reveal what's behind number 1. Yes, red segment. Right, Norman, your turn. We're looking for a black segment. 2. Okay. Yes! It's neck and neck now. If you get red this time, Savage, you've won. But if you choose black, then Norman has won. Yes, this is bloody extreme sudden death. Only a 4-segment beast. Not like on the normal show where you get 8 or 12 pieces. Savage, pick your final piece. Number 4. You're going with number 4. That decision is locked in now. Oh my god, Savage. You've won it. You've won the Oscorp London. It proves it was my destiny to lead Oscorp. Your time is up, Norman. And once I get my hands on that revival machine, it's going into mass distribution. That's my plan. Oh yes. I would say, great minds think alike, but mine is far superior to yours. Now, Norman, why don't you go back to see your pathetic friends in the forest? You'll have to come with me, Savage, because you want to see this revival machine, don't you? You have to see it now, or you won't see it at all. That was never in the deal. It never wasn't in the deal either. What? That doesn't make sense. We never said one way or the other. We didn't sign any contract or anything. Meanwhile, back in the spacecraft, Barris, Skullweaver, and Myos are just getting over their hibernation sickness, and their blindness is wearing off. Oh, you bloody felt apprentices. God, how many more of them am I going to meet? Just face it, Barris, we're the most powerful apprentices you've ever had. None of your other apprentices have managed to kill you, have they? But somehow you just manage to keep coming back again and again. Exactly my point. It just proves my power. Revan kept coming back to life again and again. I must have the same amount of power as he does. The Emperor died once, killed by Hobo, aka Gaius One, and he never came back. So maybe he wasn't as powerful as people made out. Maybe he doesn't deserve his position as Emperor. Yes, I'm aiming higher now. I don't want to be voice of the Emperor anymore. I want to be the Emperor himself. Oh, for God's sake, Barris, this is getting pathetic now. You couldn't even get to the position of voice of the Emperor, because we both stopped you. So how do you expect to get to the position of Emperor, which is higher? Because this time, I have more people on my side. Well, actually, I don't yet, but I will eventually. Yeah, whatever you say. I mean, we already have more allies than you, and I suspect when we get out of here, we'll gain even more. Oh, there must be some way to get out of here. We all have the Force. We need to combine all of our Force energy together to blast out of this damn ray shield. I hate to say this, but for once, we'll have to work together again. Just this once. It will be like old times, eh? Old times? How do I know whether you were even with me for the first place? Yeah, and how do I know that you're even with me in the first place as well? Well, you'll just have to use your own instincts to work that out, won't you? You just use us, Barris. Just like you use everyone else around you. You lot can't say much. We never use you, Barris. No, because it would be impossible for you to do that, wasn't it? Well, we kind of used you before we killed you. Every time I say that I will return, I always do. You've got to believe, you've got to really wish it for it to come true. And it does for me every time. Not this time, Barris. This time we'll have a joint effort to kill you. And this time it'll be for good. Whatever you say, fools. Whatever you say. Sometimes I think you're more laughable than Noman Carr and Zarander, even though you killed them. Which doesn't make much sense to me. Well, because you're probably more on those fools' wavelengths, aren't you, Barris? Because we killed them, and we killed you. That's the one quality I like about you two. Humour. That's the only thing, literally. I hate everything else about you. I detest both of you. There is a very thin line between humour and ignorance. That's what I've always said to you. Well, I didn't actually use those words, but you could sense that I was trying to get that across to you in my mind. Oh, God, for God's sake. Ah, there's a generator over here. I knew something would crop up eventually. Let me just force out this wire. Barris forces out the wire from the generator. The ray shield goes down. Oh, God, Quinn is getting lazy in his old age. Seriously, that easy? I don't think Quinn would be fool enough to betray us again. I think he'd done it deliberately. I think he's just joking about serving Lord Sugar. I think he's planning to betray him. Probably wants us to kill him and just massacre the whole of this Oscorp place. Well, I'm glad you two realised that, and I didn't. That's probably why I failed in destroying you both. Right, onwards to this Oscorp place. Then, all three Sith Lords exit the ship. They have to press a button in the interior of the ship to lower the hatch, because obviously they couldn't use Quinn's button because Quinn has it in his pocket. God, where the hell's this Oscorp base then? I think that must be it over there, Barris, where that pollution's coming out of those chimneys. Come on, let's go through this treacherous forest then. Now you'll know how it feels, Barris. Like, we had to go through like Terrace and Bel Savis. What do you mean now I know how it feels? I used to do the same thing at my young age. Can imagine you doing that, Barris. Young people never imagine old people doing the things that they would do. The fact is, it happened, whether you like it or not. Young people never think beyond the time that they were born. I mean, before it. That's just one of the key reasons why old people are always considered wiser. And in my opinion, it's not just a consideration, it's a fact. Barris, Skullweaver and Miles make their way through the forest to the Oscorp premises. The Lords somehow manage to slip past all of the other people in the forest and make it to the Oscorp premises, just like Quinn and Sugar did. They enter the Oscorp premises and make their way up to the boardroom. They see that nobody is in the office, and they look around. Wonder what's behind this bookcase. How do you know that there is anything behind it, Barris? Because, you fools, the length and the width is different from the door to here. It just doesn't add up in any mathematical sense. Just clear off all of these shelves. Well, actually, help me clear off all of these shelves. Try and find a switch to open this damn thing. There's obviously some sort of secret room behind here. Inside the room, Quinn looks at the CCTV cameras. Oh shit! My lord. They've somehow managed to escape the ship. The Lords, they're trying to break in here. What? How is that even possible? Your security has failed for the last time, Quinn. Alan picks up a blaster from the desk. Yes, I nicked one of your blasters from your arsenal just to be on the safe side. No use having a bog standard handgun when you've got a blaster. Got to have the same weapon. Got to have the same technology to match. It's not exactly the same weapon, my lord. It's just similar. The one that I keep in my pocket at all times is much more powerful there. You'll pay for this, Gwen. You've led me into a criminal lifestyle. You said you're the one who wanted to take over the world. No, I said I wanted Oscorp to be a company that is worldwide. There's a difference. I'm not evil, Gwen, not like you. You're going to pay for this, Gwen, with your life. Now, I think you would be evil if you killed me, my lord. Or should I say, reject, Quinn, if this is a betrayal. Oh, my lord, my lord, my lord. You haven't just left it to me now. I've always wanted to betray you since I first laid eyes on you. I knew what you were like before you even opened your mouth. Outside, Barris and the others finds the switch, and the bookcase slides back, and they enter the secret room. Are you really that thick, my lord, that you think that I wouldn't betray you? Choosing you over the power of the Force. I may be a bit of a fool at times, but I'm not that foolish. Quinn goes to stand next to his lords, beside them, in triumph. These are actually my generals, not you, my lord. I'm with them to the end, and they will now utilise my talents instead of you. Quinn, would you like to do the honours? Yes, if you haven't worked it out already, my lord. There is a generator inside the ray shield. All Lord Barris had to do was force the wires off of the generator to disable the ray shield. Yes, I knew you weren't that much of a fool that you would have sloppy security precautions like that if there wasn't a reason behind it. Yes. If I wasn't planning to betray you, I would have made that place absolutely impenetrable to escape from, even to Sith Lords. We still would have managed to escape from it eventually, Quinn. I mean, after all, I killed those bloody droids that you thought were unstoppable, didn't I? That's a totally different thing, my lords, but anyway, I'm not going into that. Luckily, I'll never have to face you as an enemy again. I wouldn't have to face any of you as an enemy again. Except perhaps Barras. I would never go against either of you, Skullweaver or Myas. What if, we got in a duel, Quinn? I wouldn't sorry, that's for sure. If that did happen, he would. Oh, of course, I would serve you, Myas, my lord. But you've known me for longer, Quinn. It's all about power, my lord. Which one has more power? And which one would win in a fight? I think Myas would kill you, if it came down to it. Ah, this is getting too dark for me. Feel the power of the Force, Sugar. Myas's eyes begin to glow red, and he force shakes Lord Sugar. Release me, release me. He puts Sugar down. Suddenly, Sugar presses a button underneath his desk, and a whole ton of security forces come running in either side of him from yet 2 more secret rooms behind yet 2 more hidden bookcases. Open fire, man. They've crossed the line when one of them started force shaking me. Open fire! Alas, the time had come when Myas, Skullweaver and Barras became too overwhelmed. They just couldn't stay alive anymore. This time, Quinn had no Coltos handy. He had nothing to heal them with. They were just bombarded, and bombarded. Some would call it a cowardly act. And then again, those 3 Sith Lords could be considered to have committed more cowardly acts than that in their time. So you could say they got a taste of their own medicine in the end. That was the day the Skullweaver, Myas, and Barras finally died for the last time, never to be revived again. Well, Quinn, that's the turn out for the books, isn't it? 3 Force-sensitive Sith Lords, and not just normal Sith Lords, Darths, damned by a bombardment of my own men. You didn't think I could fit this many in this room, did you? You failed to realize that there was more rooms that you didn't even know about, didn't you? I studied the blueprints of these buildings perfectly. You must have only just installed these rooms recently. Saw the trap. You were aware of my betrayal from the start when I arrived, weren't you? I know. An Imperial officer will never betray his empire. He will never betray its lords and masters. Not to somebody who doesn't belong to the Sith Empire. You never asked me if I wanted to join it. You don't know whether I would have said yes or not. And that piece of information you will never know now, since you've betrayed me. I was prepared to give you a benefit of the doubt. The unfortunate thing is, Quinn, you proved me right. Now, you have a choice. You either serve me, or die.
It's our planet, it's our place.
We must destroy the human race. Oscorp! We must destroy the world. Destroy the creatures, destroy the trees. Destroy the land and destroy the seas. Oscorp! We must destroy the world.
It's our planet, it's our place.
We must destroy the human race. Oscorp! We must destroy the world. Destroy the creatures, destroy the trees. Destroy the land and destroy the seas. Oscorp! We must destroy the world.